I am Bhaskar, Assistant Professor, Department of Mathematics, Sai Vidya Institute of Technology. So in today's class, we are going to see derivation of one-dimensional wave equation and various possible solutions of one-dimensional wave equations by variable separable method. Right. First, we'll see the derivation of one-dimensional wave equation. Consider a flexible string. This is sort of that flexible string stretched between two fixed points. This is one fixed point and this is another fixed point. Between two fixed points of a distance L. The distance between here to here should be, the distance should be L apart. Let rho be the mass per unit length of the string. This string mass is rho, we are denoting. Right. So the following assumptions we are doing here. So assumptions, the tension capital T of the string is same throughout. The effect of gravity can be ignored due to the large tension capital T. The motion of the string is in small transverse vibration. These are the three assumptions we should know that to solve this one-dimensional wave equation. Right. Consider the forces acting on a small element AB of a length delta x. See here, this is A and this is B. Here, consider the forces acting on small element AB of length delta x. This length should be ordered that x to x plus L delta x, the length should be delta x. Here A and B are the two forces acting. Right, let T1 and T2 be the two tensions at the point A and B. This one is T1, another one should be T2, are the two tensions at the points A and B. Since there is no motion in horizontal direction, the horizontal components T1 and T2 must be cancelled each other. Right, that one only I'll write. T1 cos alpha equal to T2 cos beta equal to capital T, where alpha and beta are the angles made by T1 and T2 with horizontal. This is what is that? Alpha and this one should be beta are the angles made by T1 and T2 with horizontal. Vertical components of tensions are minus T1 sin alpha and T2 sin beta, where negative sign is used because T1 is directed downwards. Hence, the resultant forces acting vertically upwards is T2 sin beta minus T1 sin alpha. By Newton's second law of motion, Newton's second law of motion, force equal to mass into acceleration. What is that? Here see force. What is that force acting here? T2 sin beta minus T1 sin alpha. What is mass? Already I told, rho into delta x is the mass. What is that acceleration? Acceleration will denote it dou square u by dou t square. Now this equation I am going to divide by capital T. We'll divide by capital T, T2 divided by capital T into sin beta minus T1 divided by capital T into sin alpha, rho into delta x divided by capital T equal to dou square u by dou t square. What is T1 divided by T? Is nothing but, here already I showed here, see, T1 cos alpha equal to T2 cos beta equal to capital T. So here T1 divided by, so if you send this side, T divided by T1 equal to cos alpha. Cap T divided by T2 equal to cos beta. That one just I am substituting in the place of T2 divided by 2 T is cos beta. T1 divided by T is cos alpha. Just I am substituting in these places. Now I'll write as it is remaining. Rho into delta x divided by capital T into dou square u by dou t square. But that sin beta divided by cos beta is tan beta. Sin alpha divided by cos alpha is tan alpha. Rho into delta x divided by capital T into dou square u by dou t square. What is the tan beta? We know that tan beta is nothing but slope. Tan theta is slope usually. Tan beta is nothing but slope at the point x plus delta x. Where is that x plus delta x here? This one at the B, x plus delta x, slope at the point B. What is that slope at the point A? A is nothing but what is it here? Tan alpha is nothing but dou u by dou x at x, slope at the point A. Now dou u by dou x plus delta x minus dou u by dou x at x equal to rho into delta x divided by t into dou square u by dou t square. Now we will dividing by delta x, taking limit as delta x tends to 0. Divided by delta x and taking limit. So if you will divide by delta x means here you will get delta x and limit delta x tends to 0. If you take this one, dou u by dou x plus delta x minus dou u by dou x equal to rho divided by t into dou square u by dou t square. How do you write this one? See, dou u by dou x plus delta x minus dou u by dou x at x divided by delta x is dou by dou x of dou u by dou x. Rho by t into dou square u by dou t square. Now this only I will write dou square u by dou x square I will write. Dou square u by dou x square. This side I have written. This rho by t is that no, that one I cross multiplied to this side. So the time what you will get here, see, this dou square u by dou t square I have written. This is small t square. By mistake it came capital T. Dou square u by dou t square. T by rho into dou square u by dou x square. So that equal to dou square u by dou t square equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square. What is that c square here? C square equal to t by rho. This is one-dimensional wave equation. Now, next, what you are going to see, we are going to see the various possible solutions of one-dimensional wave equation. First, you can take one-dimensional wave equation is given by dou square u by dou t square equal to c square into dou square u by dou x square. What is u? U is nothing but capital X into capital T. What is capital X? Where capital X is a function of small x, capital T is a function of small t. Now, here same way what we have done in heat equation, same way we will do here. First, I will substitute u equal to xt in this equation 1. If you substitute xt, you will get dou square by dou t square into capital X into capital T, c square into dou square by dou x square into capital X into capital T. Now, this only I will write. If you are differentiating partially with respect to t, the time I will take x outside, only dou square capital T divided by dou t square equal to c square into capital T into dou square capital X divided by dou x square. If you divide by capital X c square capital T, you will get 1 by c square into capital T, dou square t by dou t square equal to 1 by x into dou square x by dou x square equal to k. That means why you are dividing xc square t means to separate x terms are all one side, t terms are all one side. Once it separates, I will equate to a constant k. Now 1 by c square into capital T into dou square t by dou t square equal to k. 1 by x into dou square x by dou x square equal to k. This only I will write d square capital T divided by dt square minus k into c square into capital T. This one just I am cross multiplying to this side and I am taking to this side. Now the time will get d square capital T divided by dt square minus kc square into t equal to 0. In this one, d square capital X divided by dx square minus kx equal to 0. This only I will write simply d square minus kc square into capital T equal to 0. Another one should be d square minus k into x equal to 0 I will write. For that capital D square is nothing but d square by dt square. Here what is that capital D square is nothing but d square by dx square. For this, for equation 3 and 4, we are doing various possible cases. That means k equal to 0. When k equal to 0, what will happen? When k equal to p square, what will happen? When k equal to minus p square, what will happen? We will discuss. Now k equal to 0 means d square into capital T equal to 0. So the time auxiliary equation I will write m square equal to 0. M square equal to 0 means m equal to 0 comma 0 I will write. And now two roots are 0 means capital T equal to c1 plus c2 into t you will write. M equal to 0 comma 0 means you will write the auxiliary equation is this one. For this complementary function, how do you write? T equal to c1 plus c2t. Similarly, d square capital X equal to 0 means m square equal to 0, m equal to 0 comma 0. Whenever m equal to 0 comma 0 means how do you write? Complementary function is x equal to c3 plus c4x. Now you will write u equal to x into capital X into capital T. Capital X is c3 plus c4x. What is that? Capital T is c1 plus c2t. Is the solution of equation 1 when k equal to 0. Right. Similarly, case 2, when k is positive, k equal to p square. Here you will give k equal to, what is that? In this case, we are giving k equal to p square here. Here also k equal to p square. If we give k equal to p square, d square minus p square c square into capital T equal to 0, d square minus p square into x equal to 0. This only I'll write m square minus p square into c square equal to 0. I'll write m equal to plus or minus pc. If m equal to plus or minus pc means, how do you write complementary function? Means capital T equal to c5 into e power cpt plus c6 into e power minus cpt. Similarly, here m square minus p square equal to 0, then m equal to plus or minus p will get, one is plus p, one root, and another one should be minus p. Now x equal to c1 into e power px plus c8 into e power minus px. Why c7, c8, c5, c6 we are using means already we used c1, c2, c3, c4. That's the way we are using here this one. Right, u equal to x into t. What is that x? This x value I am writing here. This one should be t. Is the solution of equation 1 when k is positive. Why you are getting x equal to t in equation 2? What is that? That only various possible solutions we have taken. So that's the way we are substituting in equation 2. Right. Case 3. When k is negative. When k is negative means k equal to minus p square. If k equal to minus p square in this equation, it will give this one minus p square means d square plus p square c square into capital T equal to 0, d square plus p square x equal to 0. So if you take this one, the time we'll get auxiliary equation should be m square plus p square c square equal to 0, m square plus p square equal to 0, m equal to plus or minus pci. So now the solution will write capital T equal to c9 into cos cpt plus c10 into sin cpt. Here you will write plus or minus pi means x equal to c11 into cos px plus c12 into sin px. Now you will write u equal to capital X into capital T is the solution of equation 1 when k is negative. So which is the best possible solution of the wave equation? So now equation 5, 6, 7 gives the possible solutions of one-dimensional wave equation. That's all in this class.